Hi guys, it's Kasha. Welcome to the channel, to my Wonderland, and we have today a movie haul. If you like DVD hauls and other movie related videos, I'm going to try my best to do more of those this year. So make sure to click on the subscribe button so you don't miss any more movie coffee times with me. The first movie is one of the few movies that I've watched before reading the book, and that is World War Z. I like to collect any movies that are about zombies, and this is a zombie movie, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm dying to read the book because everybody says the book is better. And I understand, because for me most of the times the book is always better. I'm guessing by now everybody has watched this movie, but if you haven't, World War Z is a 2013 movie based on zombies, and it's basically the story of a former United Nations employee called Gary that traverses the world in a race against time to stop the zombie pandemic that is toppling armies and governments and threatening to destroy humanity itself. Okay, next we have a couple of Stephen King movies, and I got some Stephen King movies back home, but some of them have the Spanish title. I still have some in VHS, so I've been trying to get, like, in flea markets and things like this as well, some of the classic Stephen King movies. And let's start with one that is one of my favorites. It was also one of my favorite books, and that is Pet Sematary. Now there's been talk a lot that there's going to be a remake of this movie, and I don't feel very happy about that, but we will see, because I was also not really excited about them also making a new It movie, and now I am a totally sucker for everything related to the new It movie. Pet Sematary is a movie from 1989, and it is the story of a family, and behind this family's home in Maine is a terrible secret that holds the power of life after death. And it's basically like an old cemetery, and they realize when you bury something in that cemetery it comes back to life, but they soon discover the price you pay is way higher, because what comes back, it's not the person or animal that it used to be. The next one is The Green Mile. Love the books, love the movie. I went to the cinema to watch it back then, and I've always loved it. The work that it was done in this movie, I just loved it so much, and I haven't watched it in a while, so I think it calls for a rewatch. The Green Mile is a movie from 1999, and it is the lives of guards on death row that are affected by one of their charges, a black man accused of child murder and rape, yet who has a mysterious gift. And then I found a really cool movie, and that is a movie based on a Stephen King novel, and the movie was made by George A. Romero, and that is The Dark Half. It is a 1993 movie, and as it is well known by Stephen King, he always likes to write into his novels a writer character, and this one, it is based in a writer's fictional alter ego that wants to take over his life at any price. So we see this kind of story from Stephen King sometimes. We also have The Secret Window, and I really love that he includes kind of like writer characters into his stories, because it is a way of writing himself into his own books. And the last movie from Stephen King, it's based on one of my absolute favorite Stephen King books, and that is Desperation. This is one of the books, if not the only, that has like actually giving me goosebumps when I was reading the book. I was reading the book in my room alone at night in summer. I remember it very well, and my back was to the door, and I was reading this book, and I totally got goosebumps, like actually real ones, and that is really hard. But Stephen King is the best, so. As a plus for me, this movie also includes Ron Perlman, which I adore. The movie Desperation is from 2006, and basically it's the story of a sheriff that arrests a writer, a family, a couple, and a hitchhiker, and throws them in a jail cell and the deserted town of Desperation, where they must fight for their lives. The next movie is also a horror movie, and I basically got it because it is starring Willem Dafoe, which I love, and that is Animorph. And this is one of those typical DVDs that has this kind of like slipcover. I mean, nothing way too special, but it is a nice addition. It is a 2007 psychological thriller based on the concept of anamorphosis, a painting technique that manipulates the laws of perspective to create two competing images on a single canvas. Then we have a movie from a series that I absolutely adored since I was younger, and that is The X-Files: I Want to Believe. I did not have this one yet. I also don't have the latest seasons that they released. I have only until season 9, so the older seasons. And I have the 2 movies now, but I also want to get the new seasons as well and catch up with that. This is a 2008 movie where Mulder and Scully are called back to duty by the FBI when a former priest claims to be receiving psychic visions pertaining to a kidnapped agent. And the last DVD is actually a box. It is a 3 DVD box from a trilogy that I love because I love the theme and I love the main character because it's played by Christopher Walken, which I adore. That is The Prophecy 1, 2, 3. And I got this really cool box secondhand, and it was not very expensive. So what I do now, as the collection goes, is when I find one of these really awesome boxes, then I get rid of my movies that I have. Maybe if I have Prophecy 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, then I will get rid of those and keep this box. And it is a way of getting my collection a little bit more like nice and clean on the shelves, and it also looks pretty cool. It also helps for your OCD because these boxes tend to have DVDs that kind of match, and that is really pretty. And we have here Prophecy 1, Prophecy 2, and Prophecy 3. As you can see, the spine matches a lot, and that pleases my OCD. The first Prophecy movie came out in 1995, and the movies are basically kind of like an angels versus demons thing. So basically, in the first movie, we follow the angel Gabriel, and he comes to Earth to collect the soul which will end the war in heaven, and only a former priest and a little girl can stop him. Alright you guys, so this was everything for this movie haul. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know which was the favorite one from the ones that I've shown you. As always guys, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet. Follow me on all the social media, the links as always down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next coffee time. Bye!